All right, good morning again. As we look at how we can put our citations in our paper as we're writing. Now, I know we've already done this once, but I want to make certain that you understand how it works. And since I'm not there to look over exactly to make certain you're doing it right, I thought I would just write and show you how it would be done. So let's begin. In the previous blog or previous video, I created the bibliography. And if you remember it, I created the bibliography using EasyBib right here. And that was from the three articles that I had chosen. And here they are. Here they are still up. So what I want to do now is I want to begin to write my article. Or my paper. So I gave it a little title. I started with a hook. What would it be like to set sail across the Atlantic like all of the great explorers of the past? And then I began to just create my transition sentence down to my purpose or thesis statements. My purpose in this paper to discuss the possibility of sailing a boat across the Atlantic safely. And so I'm going to look at some different options and things about how to do that. So I begin writing my first full paragraph, but I begin that using a quote. And oops, I apologize. It was a quote, so I better have some quotation marks in there. That would have been my mistake. Hopefully, I would catch that in edit. So here we go. I begin by every year between October through February, more than 1,500 sailboats are making the Atlantic Ocean crossing from Europe to the Caribbean. And I got that from this particular article on Van der Veek. Let's see. Oh, did it disappear? There. I don't know where it's gone to now. Let me see if I can reset it while it's doing it. So in the process, and it's opened up some other things, so I can't really show you where that came from. But I got it from that particular article. And so I looked down here. I knew that's where I copied and pasted it from or wrote it from. And it came from this Susan Van der Veek or Van der Veeken on how to sail across the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm going to come back up in here instead of putting this whole thing in here or putting the URL in. All I've got to do is put the very first word in it, and that happens to be Veeken. So I put Veeken in here to allow you to know all of this right here in this area was all from Miss Veeken. Now I go ahead and I continue to write about what I think and all that, and then I propose the adventure of going with someone else. And so then beginning here through another world adventure, I can join a group to the Bahamas, set sail with experienced crew, and learn what it will take. They offer classes and hands-on experience as I sailed to the Bahamas, Azores, and then on to Portsmouth, UK. Now, that particular one came from this particular article. Right here, I just summarized what it says there. And by doing that, I used a summary, I used a quote up here, a summary here. I go down and find that article, and that article is right here, Sail Across the Atlantic from the US to UK. And I can just use the first word, sail. Now, notice I have another one down here called sailing. Well, you can tell the difference if it's a sail and sailing. So I could just use the word sail, and I put it right here to let you know that this particular portion is from this article. So each time that I reference, use information, quote, summarize, every time I get that material, I want to give credit to the person who gave me those ideas or gave me that information. And that is what the bibliography comes in. And I just use the very first word. If this had been sailing across the Atlantic, I would have to put sailing across the Atlantic Ocean and put that up there because this one is sailing across the Atlantic. I've got to put enough in there to let me know it's this one or this one. So if it was sailing, it would be sailing across the Atlantic Ocean. This would be sailing across the Atlantic. And I could tell the difference between them. All right. So it is not difficult as you're doing it with your bibliography already created, which you do that first anyway. Once you finish all your research, you can just easily put these in. And so now I have a correct bibliography and citations. As I read through, I can find them easily. I don't have to put anything else. And once it's finished, this will be able to be scored and scored well. All right, I hope that was helpful to you. Have a great afternoon.